He leans down, his teeth grazing the sensitive skin of Jimin's jawline. I'll show you interesting. By the time we're done in this lounge, you're going to be begging for those boring spreadsheets again. Jimin hooks his legs around Jungkook's waist, pulling him in with a strength that proves he's not just a passenger in this game. He's the engine. Then stop talking, manager, Jimin commands, his voice a mix of playboy charm and raw desire. Show me the ROI on all that jealousy. Jungkook doesn't need to be told twice. He captures Jimin's mouth in a kiss that is a total declaration of war, the lounge door clicking shut behind them as the rest of the corporate world fades into insignificance. Day 2 has officially begun, and the stakes have never been higher. The marble of the bar is freezing against Jimin's thighs, but the heat radiating from Jungkook is enough to make the air-conditioned lounge feel like a furnace. This isn't the frantic, red-lit desperation of the office floor from the night before. This is a calculated, high-stakes negotiation where both parties refuse to blink. Jimin leans back on his elbows, a pose that is intentionally provocative and entirely in control. He watches Jungkook through half-laced lashes, his expression one of bored superiority, the ultimate playboy armor. You talk a lot about ROI, manager, Jimin says, his voice like velvet over gravel. He reaches out with a polished shoe, dragging the tip of it slowly up the crease of Jungkook's expensive slacks. But you're still standing there in your suit, looking like you're waiting for my father's permission to breathe. Is that the best you can do? Jungkook's jaw muscles cord. He catches Jimin's ankle, his grip firm enough to leave a phantom sensation of heat. Permission. I stopped asking for permission the second I locked the door, Jimin. Jungkook steps deeper between Jimin's legs, forcing him to shift further back onto the marble. He doesn't pull Jimin toward him. He looms over him, using his height to remind Jimin that while the air might own the building, the manager runs the machine. Jungkook reaches for his own tie, but he doesn't take it off. He pulls it loose, then wraps the silk around his hand, his eyes never leaving Jimin's. You want interesting? Let's talk about the terms of your surrender, because from where I'm standing, you're looking a little over-leveraged. Jimin laughs, a sharp, daring sound. He reaches up, grabbing the lapels of Jungkook's blazer and yanking him down until their foreheads clash. Leverage is only useful if you're willing to use it, Jungkook, and we both know you're too obsessed with me to actually break me. Jungkook's composure cracks. He lets go of Jimin's ankle and slams his hands onto the marble on either side of Jimin's hips, the sound echoing in the soundproofed room. Obsessed, Jungkook rasps, his face inches from Jimin's. I'm not obsessed. I'm efficient asterisk. And right now, the most efficient thing I can do is remind you why you shouldn't provoke a man who has nothing to lose for the next 48 hours. Jimin's smirk finally falters, replaced by a dark, hungry intensity. He reaches for the buttons of Jungkook's blazer, his fingers moving with a ruthless speed. Then prove it. No more Manager Jihyun, no more CEO's son. Just show me what happens when the two most powerful people in this building stop pretending they don't want to destroy each other. Jungkook doesn't wait for another word. He sweeps the crystal glasses off the bar with a casual, destructive hand. They don't break on the thick carpet. but the sound of them falling signals the end of the talking phase. He lifts Jimin off the bar, carrying him toward the oversized velvet sofa in the corner. Jimin doesn't struggle, he clings, his teeth sinking into the junction of Jungkook's neck and shoulder, marking him through the white silk of his shirt. Day 2 is going to be very, very expensive, Jimin whispers against his skin. I'll put it on your tab, Jungkook growls, throwing him back onto the velvet and following him down as the lounge's dim lights seem to pulse with the rhythm of their shared, chaotic heartbeat. The takeover isn't just hostile anymore. It's total. The velvet of the sofa is a deep, charcoal void that swallows them both. Jimin sinks into the plush fabric, but he doesn't stay down for long. He uses the momentum to roll, his movements fluid and predatory, until he's straddling Jungkook's lap, his hands pinned to the other man's shoulders. Hash, hash, hash the sovereign seat. Jimin looks down at Jungkook, the dim lounge light catching the sharp, superior glint in his eyes. He looks every bit the prince reclaiming a throne, even if that throne is currently a manager who looks ready to snap. You think you're the one who decides the budget for this trip, Jimin muses, his fingers tracing the sharp, tense line of Jungkook's collarbone. I'm the one who invited you into this room. I'm the one who let you see what's behind the playboy mask. You're not a manager right now, Jungkook. You're a guest in my world. Hash, 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 the executive counterstrike. Jungkook's hands fly up, grabbing Jimin's waist with a grip that is pure steel. He doesn't pull him closer. He holds him steady, his eyes searching Jimin's face for even a flicker of the submission from the night before. He finds none. Only fire. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. The standoff, asterisk. A guest. Jungkook's voice is a low, dangerous vibration that Jimin can feel through his own thighs. Careful, Jimin. Guests can be evicted, but a partner takes half of everything. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. The movement, asterisk, Jungkook shifts, his weight moving forward until Jimin is forced to arch his back, his hands sliding from Jungkook's shoulders to the back of the sofa for support. Hash, hash, hash the terms of engagement. Jungkook reaches up, his hand tangling in Jimin's hair, not to pull, but to anchor him. He leans in until their lips are brushing. A tantalizing, agonizing ghost of a kiss. You want to be the boss, Jungkook whispers, his breath hot and smelling of expensive whiskey. Then act like it. Stop playing with the buttons and tell me exactly what you want from me. No games, no Yoongi, just the truth. Jimin's eyes darken, the playful cute vibe finally replaced by the raw, unyielding hunger of someone who has finally met his match. He leans down, his teeth nipping at Jungkook's lower lip, just hard enough to draw a sharp, indrawn breath. I want you to forget that 8 a.m. briefing, Jimin rasps, his voice a command that leaves no room for negotiation. I want you to forget that my father is coming back. I want the man who looked at me in that red light to come back and finish what he started without the suit getting in the way. Hash, hash, hash the hostile merger. Jungkook lets out a sound that is half laugh, half growl. He doesn't take off the blazer. He rips it open, the fabric straining as he pulls Jimin down into a kiss that is a total, unfiltered collision of their wills. The power balance in the lounge isn't a seesaw anymore. It's a high-speed crash. Jimin meets every movement with a fierce, equal energy, his hands tearing at Jungkook's shirt until buttons ping off the velvet and vanish into the shadows. 48 hours. Jungkook mutters against his mouth, his hands moving with a desperate, expert rhythm. I hope you're ready, Jimin, because I'm about to make sure you can't even stand up when that elevator dings on day 3. Jimin's response is a sharp, victorious bite to Jungkook's jawline. Try me, manager. Jungkook's hands are no longer steady. They are frantic, mapping the planes of Jimin's back with a desperate, crushing pressure. He's done being the manager. He's done with the spreadsheets and the stoicism. You think I'm a guest? Jungkook rasps, his voice a wrecked shadow of its usual authoritative self. He flips Jimin over, pinning him into the deep cushions, his knees caging Jimin's hips.